Right. Cheers, mate. Well, we've done it. We've finally done it. We've won the tier 2.
Tier 2, not second time. Did Kent win it, or did they start in tier 1? I was trying to think of this morning.
Don't know.
I think they started in tier 1.
They started in tier 1 and come out.
I don't know.
I think they then did that season where they stunk, didn't they, and come down.
That was this season. Oh.
They've had another season like this one. I don't think they won it.
Yeah, I think we're the first.
We're the first to win it twice. So let's hopefully we put a better show in tier 1 next season.
No, we won't. I was getting told repeatedly by Manchester parents and coaches and players were repeatedly telling our parents and stuff like that. You'll be straight back down. All right, yeah, whatever.
So yeah, So if you don't know, we played Manchester B yesterday.
Yeah.
I think last time we went, there was a couple of little digs, weren't they? And that basically telling us we're crap, which don't need to tell me. We already know we're crap. So we started off. I think we had Brad missing. That was about it, wasn't it? Brad, and
we've lost a player, haven't we? And Grayson, who's gone back to football.
Yeah, lost Grayson to football. So
which is a bit of a shame, but whatever. Again, we say it all the time. We've got top footballers, and we might keep losing them to football because there's other progressions. But
it's just a better sport, isn't it?
How we can do.
Seems to be a better, more organised sport.
Yeah,
with money. So I think last time I was here, I didn't say this last time, but we was taking a photo outside, man of the match, I think Fluka.
When the last game?
The last against Manchester.
And
they come up I heard these two kids coming up the stairs, and all I heard them saying was, yeah, they're just a bunch of footballers, they're just a bunch of footballers. Like it's some sort of insult. I don't get what...
It's weird because I'd rather be a footballer than a futsal player.
Well, I was just going to ask you, what do you describe yourself as now? When you tell people, are you a footballer or are you a futsal player? Are you a footballer who plays futsal?
I don't. If I told anyone ever I was a footballer, I'd expect to be shot for my massive head. But no, I won't. If someone asks me, someone says, "Are you playing?" I'll say. So this is what I'd say. I'd say, "No, I don't really play anymore. I just play futsal." That's how I'd say it.
So what my next question after that?
Go ahead.
What's that?
No, to be fair, a lot of people know this. See the stuff I do, they know.
Yeah.
But it's more, they expect me to play football.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, you've just been offered again, people won't know this, but you've just been offered, haven't you, again, to play for, Grimsby Borough asked you, didn't they, to go sign for them?
It's who Grayson's playing for.
Yeah.
Which would be a bit hard because I think I play the same position as Grayson. But, one of my mates got the manager's job there and he needed a number 9. Apparently they don't make number 9s anymore, so...
Not like you, mate.
So, but no, unfortunately, I've coached Saturday's daughter, so it's not...
But I don't see... I think the people see it as an insult, that, don't they, when they say...
Footballers are better than futsal players, I'm sorry. But if you're playing futsal, it's because you can't play football.
It may 100% true.
So if you say they're just footballers, that should be...
But our footballers, and I'll tell you, they're all footballers.
And they all get... Yeah.
But they all are better now, as Manchester B found out yesterday, who played futsal for how many years?
Yeah.
But they're only 16, though.
As the getting the kids.
Only 16. Only 16, though. But our lads have been playing it a year or two, and our lads are all 19, 20, and they've come in and walked them. So it was, so we was getting over a couple of insults. I think I must have got to Kingy before the game, because he, apparently, I said in the last podcast, I can't do all his fist pumping before the game. His lads come across and shake my hand, and he told them no.
Oh, did he tell them no?
So one of the lads told me, he said no, turn round and sent them back. so I don't think nobody.
He won't even look at me. He
didn't give me eye contact yesterday.
Like I said, I love what Manchester do.
Yeah.
I love Sam. I get on with Sam. We don't agree on everything, but we always have an open discussion about it. We never really fall out over stuff. I've had a couple of, not ding dongs, but discussions with Sam, and not quite sure if he's a fan of ours. And
I think he's secretly in the get along gang. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
I think he's just stands on the edges.
Yeah, well, like I say, but I do respect what Manchester do, and I want them to be the best because they've got the venue, they've got everything. I want them to be the flagship club, and I think when I speak about them, that's what I'll always try and say. But I'm not sure if all of them are fans of ours, and I think that unfortunately means sometimes we have a bit of a ding dong with them, which it's never really. Well, it's probably more personal than it is between the clubs, you know what I mean? Which is a bit of a shame, but like I say,
it is a shame because they don't. Again, I ain't got much time for people who don't see what we're trying to do. And I think if Kingy looks at what we're trying to do, he'd probably appreciate that whole. It adds to the game. Yesterday, it added to this game. You see the parents all hating us, and they have an emotion,
which is good. But it's like, but then obviously when you had that thing with Kingy, I'm getting phone calls off Chris saying he's got complaints. Simon Wright's complaining, blah 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 about you and him. I'm like, why didn't Simon just ring Dave? And I'm ringing Simon, going, what's going on? He's like talking about respect and all this lot, and it's like, yeah, okay, mate. Like, I don't like what happened, but like, can then just sort it. The refs dealt with it on the day. I don't know where you're going with this. But then you see stuff yesterday where we get a red card. I think Simon was timekeeper and he's up pumping.
It was applauding.
So let's not talk about respect and stuff when you're doing that. And
it was applauding when Skelly got sent off.
But I won't go over to him. It's like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Look, I won't start. I won't start ringing Chris and. I don't mind. That's what I'm saying. I don't mind.
More about our antics.
Exactly, but don't more about us.
So it was. Yeah, I thought it was a bit strange.
I think what else they don't get. Again, this isn't just. It's not a Batter Manchester podcast, it's just we're talking about. But that spark stuff, Joe, when that happens, and then, unfortunately, I don't like it, but this is what happens. You go into wanker mode, and then you start winding all them up, and you, I think, get distracted from what you should be doing, and you just wind all them up, and then guess who the biggest wanker is at the end of the day? You. And I just go, can't you just like stand there and ignore them? But you can't. Do you know what I mean?
Because I'm getting like reports off Tilly at half time saying, you want to hear what all them parents are saying about you? They're all giving you all that, effing and jeffing about you and that. And so every time we scored in the second half, the volume went up. Yeah. And it's just a show. But people don't. Again, it's a crap sport. I'm trying to make it better. People go, well, you're making it worse. You do, but there's emotions now involved. We went to watch the game yesterday, Wessex versus Manchester. Yeah. How dead was that game?
Yeah.
The crowd didn't speak. The game was utter. I won't blame this on Manchester, but the game was horrible. It was Wessex sat in with Manchester just doing enough to win. No emotions, no nothing. Yeah, our game was. There was a bit of fight. Their players
probably quality wasn't quite there, but as a spectacle,
yeah, it was. Their players wanted to beat us, and you could see for the first 10 minutes they had some fight in them, and they wanted to beat us. And the players.
It was a real good game for about 8 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like it was like a really like I was like, oh no, this is your call. I could feel it. I could sense it.
And then I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to them. I'll tell you what probably killed them. At 1-0 down, we get Skelly sent. So they was winning 1-0 and we get Skelly sent off, which I will say, rightly so.
We'll have to come on to that later.
But we'll get to it, but I'm not defending Skelly at any. To me, it was a red.
Yeah.
So he gets sent off, and then we go down to 4 men, like you do. And you scored off the... We was down to 4 men and you nick it, go through and score. And they couldn't score in that 4 minutes. And then I think they ended up...
It seems to go real quick. Was they just keeping possession or what was it?
Yeah, they were just doing slow nothingness.
Because it was like, we're back already. Like,
I don't think they knew what to do. Right. They just went into like a square and just...
Well, do you know how I always feel? I know it's risky, but do you know when a player goes down, when you lose a player, I think that's when you should go fly.
Bring the keeper up, then you should score.
And then you got massive offloads. Do you know what I mean? I know you're leaving the open goal, you're giving them a chance to score, but I don't know, it's just like, I think you not guaranteed, but if you've got any half-decent players who can keep the ball and get in a dangerous area, you should be getting a shot on target every chance you got the ball. But yeah, I don't really see many teams doing that.
No, but they go fly at every other opportunity, don't they, Manchester, when they shouldn't do.
But yeah.
So yeah, it went 1-1 then, and I think that was a bit of a kick in the teeth from they didn't score off the fly, off the 2 minutes sim bit or whatever it was. And then we conceded that awful corner where it ping-ponged and we didn't want to clear it. And I think it went 2-2, did it go 2-2, then 3-2 us, then 3-3, and then we got a foothold in it. I think it was 5-3 at half-time.
Yeah, it was.
Had a bit of a chat at half-time. Come out, then a minute into the second half, it was game over, wasn't it? I think it was 8-3 and game over.
Yeah.
They suddenly just had nothing.
I don't know what was said at half-time, but it was like all their energy had gone.
I think they'd spent it in the first 10 minutes.
Is that what you think?
I think they'd just blown themselves out and got all giddy because they were winning, trying so hard, and they had nothing.
Right.
Then when you go in front, I think it's hard when you've lost all that energy and you think, oh no, the big.
But they had the bodies. They had
plenty of subs, yeah.
But they hardly went fly, did they? I don't know whether they've took that, whether because Kingy didn't play or whether they've took on your comments on board. But like I said, the could play. They're just probably just making that.
Yeah. It's when they bring the other keeper in, and they had two keepers. The other one don't really want to come out.
No.
And the other one comes up too much and he's shocking when he comes out. I don't know why they play fly with him because he's probably.
Don't know if he's that bad.
But he injured himself running back, I think, didn't he? It was. This is a lesson for your kids. Don't play fly if you can't run back. So he tried running back, and I don't know if he tried tripping someone. Fell over his head and injured himself. Injured himself, and we scored off it.
Yeah.
We scored in the empty net. But yeah, it's so the game.
But what was good. I thought it wasn't a non-event. By the end, it did get to that, and I think we wanted that little bit of breathing space at the end, didn't we? Just so it wasn't massive pressure at the end. But it was good because we had kids coming, didn't we? I knew a couple were coming, but I think we had like 6 or 7 kids.
Yeah, there was about 15 people watching one again.
Which I thought was really nice of them.
For an away following, it's completely unheard of in futsal, isn't it?
Yeah, and to be fair, if I actually advertised it, probably could have got some. Like, I had a couple more messages going, "Oh, why don't you tell us? Like, this game we would have come."
Yeah,
and it was like so. But yeah, maybe that's what we need to do: start getting an away following. But
maybe it's not too far to go. But it was.
They can't watch it on stream or how can they? So they might as well come live. No,
Manchester don't stream, do they? We saw Jeff there as well, Jeff Bonner from Wessex, and he pointed out that they had a VO camera.
Yeah,
don't think he was impressed with the VO.
No, I don't think
I could tell by his face. But I'm hoping Jeff was alright because he didn't look too well yesterday, did he?
No,
at one point he didn't look too well.
So sit down, didn't he?
I'm hoping he's alright. He's one of the good guys in futsal, I think.
Yeah, he is. I think he just said Conor Miller was going back to Loughborough, Wessex, so just.
He's right. Yeah. You made it here fair. I've got him a mug. I'm taking him a mug down to the England game. A mug filled with money. That's what I'm going to do. So who knows. So that was pretty much the game. But yeah, we're trying to wind them up a bit. I got a couple of the kids biting early on. I got them rattled. I don't know what kept talking to me. I love it. Again, when people start talking to me on the pitch, you think, I know it distracts me a bit, but when we're on top and they're talking to me, you think, oh mate, your head's gone. You weren't even watching the game, you're talking to me, you idiot. And then the game got away from him. So the game itself I thought was alright for footballers, I suppose, wasn't it? I think we kept the ball. I think the pitch is too big for Manchester because they're not fit enough to get around that pitch. They'd be better to me on a very.
You have to. I think on them pitches you have to be able to defend well, don't you?
Yeah.
You have to. Like York did against us. Like I said, I think the biggest credit we give them is we only scored 3. So they obviously put. I think if you can defend really well on them courts and have something going, some kind of energy going forward, you're fine. But if you're lacking one or the other, I think them pitches are a bit useless.
It was lacking both. Again, they're not fit enough. It's like watching England sometimes. They're not fit enough to get around the court. So that big courts then become sitting because they can't come out and they have to sit in. So again, our footballers are mega fit. They're playing. We sit all the time. They're playing Tuesday, Saturday now, aren't they? Yeah. These lads can run, and they do run.
Yeah.
And you did, to be fair to you, for what 30 minutes yesterday.
Enjoyed yesterday, yeah. Enjoyed it.
Your run got a hat-trick yesterday, man of the match.
Yeah.
Again, it's tough, isn't it, when you're playing against all these 16, 18-year-olds, or the 15 now, I don't know all these lads where they played yesterday. So it was pretty good. Some couple of comments from the crowd on at the end saying, let's see how we get on in Tier 1, because they're all good and well beating 16-year-olds, but, well, we can only beat what's in front of us, can't we? So
it's not our problem that you're in this league and you shouldn't be. Because
if you've got, that's it, isn't it? You was at the level against Birmingham when you beat them, when they've got big tough blokes.
Yeah.
And our lads are only 19, most of them.
Yeah.
Majority average age probably 19. So we're not much older.
No.
But again, it's levels, isn't it, mate? Which
is next season.
It's levels, and we might go up a level, and everyone will laugh at us again. But do you know what? We're trying.
Yeah,
we're trying to change the game. We're trying to change how it is. You might not have liked us yesterday, all the Manchester fans, but at least you had an emotion for the game. And I bet when you was beating us, you was all up off your seats.
Yeah.
So we bring that to the game. So I think it's a lot better than just playing a dead Maidenhead coming to town who nobody cares about and no one gets excited. So that's what we're trying to achieve, and we're trying to make the games exciting. If you can't see what we're trying to achieve, then you're not the person that people I really want to speak to anyway. But I think the guys who see through it and see what we're trying to achieve, see through it, and they kind of like us. But whatever, each to their own. We'll keep building up the games. We'll try and keep them exciting. We'll try and play the way we do. But I stuck to my plan, didn't I? Exactly what we said we was going to do. We had a plan to not quite do what I said yesterday, but we soon changed that, didn't we? When we realised that they couldn't handle us.
Yeah.
So I did what I said. I gave my game plan. We moved the ball quick, and we man-marched you throughout the game, and so I can't be any fairer than that. But you just weren't quite up to it, Manchester, sadly. So that was the game. Couple of big decisions that we might have to discuss, because again, I think I'm still.
Well, so the last podcast we spoke about the handball law. So when I see refs now, I don't really comment on the podcast because one, I don't know what shit. I don't want to look like I'm causing trouble by saying, "Oh, did that ref get it wrong?" So I don't really mention it to the refs. If any refs come to me and go, "You was right, that shouldn't have counted," or "That should have been a sending off," blah blah, then I'll have a discussion, but I won't really bring it up. So I think we saw 3 referees yesterday in total, didn't we? And no one mentioned it. Whether they've watched it, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. So I still don't know on the handball law. So I don't know. So for me, the last conversation I've had is it can hit your arm, fall to the floor. If you have a run with it, you're allowed to then score. So that's the rules I'm playing to, because that's what I've been.
That's what I've been told.
So that's what we're doing, no doubt. Yeah. And then now it's the dog. So not a clue.
I've no clue. I don't understand it.
So there's an incident. So we have got a clip. I don't know if we'll have the full clip because
we might have one from each angle. Manchester might send us it. They might not.
I'm sure Sam will. But basically, I think Luca goes 1-on-1 with the keeper. He goes round the keeper. He knocks the ball to the side of him. As he knocks it to the side, the keeper tries saving it in his area, hits Luca's foot, clips it, but Luca's gone round him. So he clips his foot. Luca goes to hit the ball, but he's off balance. Goes to kick the ball, swings it, misses it, flies, lands, is on his back. Ref's seen the push on his foot, which knocks him off balance. Penalty. So this is where. So this is again right. So he's 1-on-1 with the keeper. There's no one else. There's someone outside of the goal. There's no one behind him. There's no one guarding the goal. I think when he knocked it past him, the goal's now unguarded because there's nothing in front of him. That's what I see. There's nothing in front of him.
No, he knocks it to the side past him. The keeper then goes to ground,
hits his left foot, and the ball's on his right.
And the ball's already gone.
So if the ball's on his right and he hits him on his left foot, that means the goal's unguarded because it was his fingertips that caught his foot.
Yeah, it has to be because he's down on the floor.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the clip. Everyone can see the clip.
So Johnny, I'll mention Johnny again because Johnny's already said he don't give a shit. He don't give a shit what we say. Or what, he's not really bothered. He's not. Do you know what I mean? That's just Johnny's. That's just Johnny, and he don't really care. So Johnny's told me. So I'm shouting the goal's unguarded, thinking this is the game changer. It's whether the goal's unguarded or not.
Yeah.
If the goal's guarded, i.e. the keeper's in, then it's like, oh no, it's not quite Dogser. But the goal for me, the goal's unguarded. So Johnny's explanation to me was. It wasn't Dogser, it was only a promising attack. So I just don't get that.
The difference.
The goals up I don't know what a promise. So a promising attack for me is they've got players back, but you've got like a 3-on-1
you break and go up the line and you've done him and you're like 2-on-1 now with that defender and the keeper. That's a promising attack and you clip him.
I think if you're 1-on-1 with the keeper and you knock the ball past him, it has to be Dogser.
Well, is it an obvious goal scoring opportunity?
Yes, his open goal.
Well, it has to be. It can't be anything else but then.
But then he goes. So this is the problem. So I'm thinking red card. I've seen refs. So then there's the argument of this double jeopardy, which you can explain in a sec. So I think if you give a penalty, you can't give a red. In football. So I think if you give a penalty, you can't give a red. He gives the penalty. So I'm thinking you downgrade the red to the yellow. So I'm thinking, well, he's going to at least get a yellow. But Johnny told me it's nothing. So basically, if a player's going round you as a keeper, there's nothing behind you. If he goes round and you take him out, make a attempt for the ball before he puts it in the net, it's just a penalty. It's not. You don't get any card. I don't get. If that's the laws, that's the again. I don't know. I'm not saying Johnny's wrong here. That's what he told me. He said it was a promising tack and it's no card. If that's the case, that's fine. I just don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me because in football that'd be, keeper, you're off.
Well, no. Well, so the football
apart from the penalty.
So the football one, if you go around the keeper, same incident. If you go around the keeper, it goes to play the ball in the referee's eyes. He plays the ball. It'd probably be a yellow card and a penalty because it's double jeopardy.
Yeah.
If he makes no attempt to play the ball, so they pushes him.
Yeah.
Even if the keeper's in or not. So who did it the other week? Maguire.
Yeah.
Went past him, shoved him. Didn't play the ball because he can't have done off.
Yeah.
Even though it was in the penalty area.
Yeah.
So Johnny Bruffel told me yesterday he couldn't give it because it's double jeopardy.
Yeah.
And I asked where that is in the laws of the game, and he said it's not in the laws of the game. It was like a referee's interpretation.
So that's not actually a thing?
No. So it's not.
But they use it in football though.
It's in football and not in football.
Right.
But it's not in futsal. It's not a thing in futsal. I asked him where it is in the laws of the game. Where's the double jeopardy in futsal? And he said it's not in the laws of the game.
So this is interesting.
It's a referee interpretation.
So this is interesting. So I don't know whether that is again. So is this a collective thing what the referees have agreed, or is it down to each referee and who you get on the day?
I don't know.
For that
my next question was, mate, I don't know what to coach the players.
Yeah, but I said, forget that because I'm not interested. Yeah, but you can't.
But you need to know the rules of the game before you can coach it.
But this is what I'm saying. It's pointless you knowing the rules.
Oh yeah,
because the refs are all playing different rules and different. It's pointless. You can't coach.
Yeah, if one's going to send him and one's not, I can't.
So that's what I'm saying. So stop thinking about coaching the players because it's irrelevant. If you want to know before the game and ask a ref if this happens, and what would you give? And that's a different story. But you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that because every slight difference is he was an extra metre further this way, so you can't quite do that.
So I have no clue.
So I don't know
what a red card is and what not.
I don't know how you get a red card, or I don't know.
Unless you've got two running on the goalkeeper, and that's all I can see. If a defender runs behind and takes you out.
So no attempt for the ball. That's the only thing. But I think so. So this is where I think it's different. So if he was slightly outside the area,
red card, which I don't understand. It'd be a red.
How do you go from a red to a nothing though?
Well, it's the same incident.
What is it about difference of? It could be a difference of 10 mil between a red and nothing.
But if he said it's a promising attack, and it's a promising attack out the area, isn't it? Or is it only a promising attack in the? I don't know. It just makes my head hurt.
I don't know.
So again, nobody will tell us, and everyone will just say shut up moaning. But I have no clue. So if anyone can, and anyone anonymous referee wants to tell us, I still don't understand the rule.
Yeah.
The other one we had yesterday was you was running through on goal. Again, we'll maybe dig a clip out of this one if we get one. If not, you're running through on goal. Kid just slides in to do you. It's just a straightforward, like I'd say, take him out. So he did try to take you out, but he didn't quite manage it, and he stumbles you. And as you're going into the area, you're falling over, and you get this like half-baked shot.
I'm trying to stay on my feet, and the reason just so you know, the reason I stay on my feet, I didn't know if he played advantage or not. And I don't know what happened behind me. I just knew something had knocked me off balance. I don't know if it was a shoulder, I don't know if it was a trip. I don't know, I'm running for one goal. So I tried to get my shot, stay on my feet, and then I just get all my feet all wrong because I'm off balance, and I kick the right side of the ball with my left foot, and it goes that way.
Yeah, just spawns out. And he played advantage, which is fine if he wants to play advantage there. But again, I don't understand the laws of the game because I've read the laws of the game, and it says if you was going to book or send a player off and you play the advantage, after the game stopped, you can issue the booking. But every ref I speak to says, I played advantage, I can't book him.
Yeah.
Yet the laws of the game says you can go back and book him if you was going to book him. So somebody started in to trip you up and he plays the advantage. Well, if he booked Skelly in the first half for it, then that one had to be. But then book him.
Yeah.
Because he said he played advantage. I don't get it.
No.
Again, I don't understand that one.
Because this is what I'm saying.
It clearly states.
When you get people at the top saying your players go down too easy, I should have gone down.
Well, if you go down,
there was definitely enough to go down. I'm trying to stay on my feet, and that was where the problem was.
But if he'd have gone down, he'd have got a yellow and would have got a free kick on the edge. All we got was an advantage. You didn't get booked, and the shot shabbered into the fence. Were you falling over? And it was like, oh. But then didn't go. Yeah, that's fine, mate. Book him like again you would in football.
Yeah.
You'd have booked him. But in the laws of the game, it states that we've read it, haven't we, today?
Yeah.
If you was gonna book him or send him off.
Yeah.
And you play the advantage, you can.
Yeah.
And that's the difference, I think.
It goes back to, again, we always remember this thing. It goes back to the Hartpury one where Pete Valance pulls my shirt and he goes, I've played advantage, I can't get in for pulling your shirt. And then, so we have to accept that. So I don't know, mate. Like I said, we don't know. There's no way we can know because every ref seems to be interpreting.
And then we'd get one sent off. But
so the sending off. Let's talk about the sending off. Were they both yellow card offences?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he get a talking to at any point?
No.
Okay. So we'll go back to the discussion regarding the York game. How many times did a player get a talking to after a yellow card before? What was it? 2 or 3? Did you say?
Yeah.
3 talking to. So this is the problem. So because you said on the podcast that came out on Friday, refs just need to do it properly.
Yeah.
Not park refs do it properly. Okay. So what he's done is gone yellow card offence. I think one was for dissent, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think 2 people shouted something, but he's booked Skelly because he's the captain, even though he said it after the other person. I don't know. So he's booked him for that. Okay, whatever. And then Skelly's made a tackle after as the kid's running through. I was covering, but he's made a tackle, tripped him up, missed the ball, yellow card, red. And that's what was we 2 minutes into the game? 4 minutes into the game.
Which both yellows.
Both yellows. So you'd expect then.
This is where it goes
so
wrong.
now he's set a bar of, I'm reffing this properly today.
But I know where we are when the reffing it like that. I know exactly where we are. We watched Manchester versus Wessex yesterday, didn't we? Yeah. About 5 minutes in, there was a big massive shirt pull.
Shirt pull, middle of. I think it was George Ramsey. I think
massive shirt pull comes on. What does Pete do?
Warns him. No more.
Our player didn't get that because I said something.
Yeah.
Which is fine if it's a booking, it's a booking.
Yeah.
And I want to see like the one on you was a booking. Booking. Don't go.
Which, to be fair, the way Pete operates, we see a lot of Pete. I've just watched the Bloomsbury video. Pete, don't take any crap for dissent. Say anything to him, he'll just calmly come over, give you a yellow, don't really say out. And we've seen him before with shirt pulls at Manchester, and he says no more. So you sort of know how he operates.
Yeah, he'll give
yeah, but I think that's it's so fair play to him, but it's like I said.
But I don't want it. I can't. I don't know what to say to the players. Well, we'll always get booked from, and they won't.
But that's what you've got to say. That's the only way this works. No, and that's not us being childish. How's that right?
Don't
know. Because that's just how it is. Because of this podcast, because you've asked him to ref it properly, so he's refed it properly.
But that's fine. But the kid who's done you. If you've shot with advantage, you've seen the foul.
Yeah, but in his eyes, there was a promising attack, not a dog so, and there was the advantage, so he can't.
But it is in the laws of the game, he can.
Yeah, but he interprets them differently.
Well, that's fine, but again,
this is what I'm saying. You can't. You're just going to have to accept that.
Yeah, and we did.
And every team will probably say this. It's not just us.
And we did. We accepted it yesterday. Never once moaned. I kicked off at Skelly.
Yeah, we kicked off.
I thought it was.
We both did.
It just wasn't right. It was.
I think once you get a first yellow for dissent,
you have to watch 20 seconds. It was silly.
Yeah.
So give him that one. Does a silly foul and get sent, which I'm in agreement with. It was. And I say I'll want the game ref like that. That's how it's just like the Wooden Championship. I'm sorry, mate. bam, bam, you're off. But then it can't be, what score is it? 10-0. I've got one right. Hull's number one ref. I am Hull's number one official. Got a game on Saturday. Yeah. So this is me park reffing. 90th minute, there's about 30 seconds to go. Kid's running through, there's quite a few defenders back, beats the midfield, comes in behind him, trips him up. So, again, park ref, what do I give with 30 seconds to go? It's been a real clean game, nothing in it. Do I book him, do I leave him?
Probably leave it, and everyone gets away with scot-free with no fines on a Monday morning.
I left it. Right, left it. Yeah. And that's me, park ref, because I can't, I'm park ref.
Yeah.
Championship, you're playing Halifax. What does he get?
Yeah.
100% it's the yellow card. Yeah, he can't not, because...
But it's weird because the refs in them games, and you see it in the championship and everything, towards the end of the game, they have to start dishing yellow cards out, and you can see it's like, well, you want to give that in the fit, and it's like the yellows.
Yeah, the yellows round.
It's like, no, I'm getting everyone now. it's like
the they just go. Yeah. They give a bit of leeway in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. I think they want to see how the game's going to go. They don't want to set the stall out too early, do they? Because you get the stuff like the Skelly, where it's like, I've sent someone out here, so I'm gonna have to make sure I'm on every single tackle. Because
you know the team's right you then, because it's like, mate, you booked him.
But that's why I was shouting the goals and guarding. He must be off. I'm thinking, well, we've had a red, so they won't come here, and it's like nothing.
But then I'll get off the Manchester because all we're shouting is the goals unguarded, sir. Yeah. And then I'm getting all the abuse off the Manchester going, you want him sending off for that?
What, after they were just celebrating?
That's what I said. I went, boys, if you're clapping our player getting sent off, I want him gone. Yeah, you're right, I do. Because he's gone round your keeper and he's clipped his back leg as he's gone round him, and there's nothing stopping that ball going in.
Yeah.
So I don't see how you can call it a careless tackle, you can call it what you want, but it's like a tackle out though, you're just so late. You're too slow to get down. So, again, with the dog, so no clue.
No, I don't
know. Can you card him afterwards? Don't know.
I don't know.
I will say Kingy got another card yesterday. He must be close to getting banned now.
No.
Kingy?
No, he's never on the second team.
He's never on the team sheet, is he?
On the team sheet, so...
Manchester... He's never played a game all season for the second team. Yeah, has he?
I've had this. They need sort in League Republic, because I've had it in Tier 3 where teams are playing teams down, and you're allowed to play them down, but they're not registered, and it's just an absolute mess. So you don't know how many times that players played down because they're not registered. You're just like, it's just a ball ache. So I'm the one having to go find out everything.
But if he gets banned as the coach, can he play as the player, or is he banned as the player or the coach?
Don't know.
Can he play for the first team?
Not a clue. No, you're banned until your team that you've been suspended plays so many games you can't play.
Right, because he got a yellow card against us, and a yellow
it's
card.
Only 2, and you have to get to 10.
No, it's 3 for a coach.
Oh, is it? Right.
It's only 3 for a coach. So he's had at least 2. Definitely, because it was both against me.
Right.
You see, not Mr. Angry, am I? He can't keep his cool, mate.
Mm.
So we've ended up champions. We've now got to decide what we want to do next year, where we want to go with it, if teams are going to put some effort in. I found out that Maidenhead Hartpury game that they didn't put on last week, it's been rearranged.
Oh, is it?
Rearranged, I think, for the 12th.
You can't cancel games in Tier 1?
Yeah, well, somebody has, because I think one of the teams... Well, Kent's cancelled a couple, haven't they? Some people can't be asked to travel.
Fast, isn't it?
But yeah, I don't know why they moved it, cancelled it, whatever they've done, rearranged it. Don't know. Yeah. But it's been rearranged for that day, I know that.
Right.
So that's that. Who do you think is going to win it now then? So now we're coming down to the nitty gritty at the end.
Not a clue. Bolton got a good... But I thought Bolton was dipping, and then they got a good result against Loughborough yesterday, who've been doing all right.
Yeah.
Manchester, again, we saw them yesterday. All right.
Steady away, aren't they?
It's weird because like when I see like Brad, Luca, Jason, our players at dog crap level, how much they affect games with energy. That's what I want to see from Jeff. He passes it and seems to jog.
Didn't seem right yesterday.
Jeff, if Jeff's on it, I think it changes him. It gives him a different dynamic. But I don't know. He doesn't seem to want to sprint. I've never seen him sprint or go past people.
It's a shame because he is the most effective player we've got in this league, I think.
Him or Amaru.
Yeah, both different, aren't they? Jeff's a bit more strength, Amarin's a bit more direct, but run after it.
Yeah, but Jake Barnes maybe is in that category. But again, Jake Barnes, it's weird, isn't it? I don't know. What I will say, it's really tough to when you're playing against a Wessex who are just sat in. It's frustrating, isn't it? You can't really play. Every time you make a mistake, well, you said it, didn't you? You can see Manchester a lot more patient than us. We would have tried dribbling through past one of them at least 5 or 6 times, and Manchester have still got the ball in that time and not beat anyone yet.
But they nearly come unstuck, didn't they? Because they went 2-0 up, and then they got it back to 2-1. That kid just sprinted down the line and scored.
Which I think was Wessex game plan. Obviously, there was Mr. Jordan Matthews. And
what I didn't understand, you missed it at the end. It was 3-1 to Manchester, and they took a time out. Which I said to you, 25 seconds to go.
Who did?
Wessex. Yeah. And went fly for 25 seconds.
Goal difference, mate. Trying to get a bit off goal difference.
I didn't.
Unless the only thing I can say is I wonder if he tried to get in the timeout a minute before and the ball never went out.
Really? I thought, what's the point?
It'd be a weird time to go fly.
25 seconds? You think, what? But anyway, it didn't work, the 25, which was good for me because I didn't want to watch.
We went fly with 20 seconds to go.
Oh, we did, yeah. We did. We did go fly for 20 seconds to go. It was... Yeah, that was for tactical reasons, wasn't it? Running down the clock, trying to get the goal difference up. No, we were trying to get someone in a position to score, weren't we? It didn't quite work.
It didn't quite work.
Yeah. But we played with quite an inexperienced team yesterday. 2 or 3 of the kids hadn't had much game time lately, and I thought they did. When Skelly got sent off, I thought we was in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
I thought we was in a bit of trouble yesterday. We weren't quite... But I didn't call no time out or panic, it was...
No.
And then we just ground it. We just ground it out. Scored a 10-metre penalty as well, didn't we? Chaffer scored a 10-metre penalty. So all in all, it was okay yesterday. It made me happy with upset the Manchester fans. So hopefully when we play Manchester next year, it'll be quite a feisty game. That'll be quite nice. Something to play for. No doubt they'll rub it in our faces when they spank us. But whatever, at least we've got the chance to. We'll have a go. We won't do a Wessex on you, that's for sure. Whether we're good enough, don't know. We'll soon see. Might not be. Might come straight back down.
Yeah.
But whatever, we do, mate. It's on your game, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's it. So we've got 2 weeks off now. England duty. We're going to go to a couple of England games that way. Watch England. Hopefully. Conor Miller turns up and we see a decent game between England and Ireland. I'd like to see that finish like 10-9 or something like that. That'd be a good game. A bit like one of the tier 3 games yesterday.
Do well to see 19 goals on that court, mate.
Yeah.
In 40 minutes.
I'll predict 4-2.
Yeah.
4-2 to half a team.
Yeah.
If Connor's on it, 4-2 Ireland. If he's not, 4-2 England. That's what I'm going for. But yeah, it'll be enjoyable. Hopefully we get through to the Sweden game and there's something to play for at the end of it. I think the squad's out. Someone said the squad's out today.
Is it?
I think he's named a 17-man squad.
See if I can see it. See if we can...
Yeah, you won't get a signal in here.
Oh, you're right, man.
Don't know who's in the squad. None of our players are in the squad because I think they'd have had a phone call by now, wouldn't
they? Yeah.
So I don't think none of our lot are in it. So we'll see if there's any surprises, see if there's anyone's been kicked out or anyone's been added. But we'll soon see. I think the first game's week on Tuesday, innit?
Yeah.
Week on Tuesday, first game. So a bit of luck, we'll beat Switzerland, we'll beat them 10-0, we'll get off to a flyer.
Yeah.
And hopefully Ireland beat Sweden. So it's a massive game, that one we'll go watch. So I'm hoping Rusty's playing. Hopefully Russ will be there, we'll get a photo with Russ.
Yeah.
They've come back again, haven't they? Their podcast is back. I've not watched it this week.
The videos?
Yeah, I've not watched. Get JK, boys. Seriously, you've got to get JK off the commentary. And that other kid. I tell you what.
I don't really. It don't wind me up as much as it winds you up with JK. The only thing I would say was like, he was about to shoot, he took a free kick and he called himself JK. He called himself in the third person.
I'm going to start doing that when I'm on this, like calling myself the king in the north. He's
like, JK with a shot. I was like, oh no, mate.
No, stop it, mate. I just prefer Fossey doing it. I think Fossey's a bit better. He's got a bit better personality, I think.
Yeah, it's tough with I think when you commentate stuff like that, I think you can get a bit excitable. You can try and be a bit like the pros and a bit, I don't know.
Fossey just seems to be a bit
I think they've got a good mix. I think if you like the coachy coach stuff, then Sam's your man. If you like the excitable.
So here's a question for everyone. So, Sam, what's the rules on what level of coach you have to be to coach in Tier 1? And how long has Sam been coaching in Tier 1?
Working towards UEFA B, I believe.
Are you going with that one? Working towards, or how old are you UEFA B? So how long has Sam been doing it?
I don't know, 2.5 seasons, is it?
And he's only just gone and he's doing his UEFA B now. I don't get out.
You're
crazy.
You're not. It's not crazy. You're talking as if there's rules in place here.
Well, were you plan? Were you plan? All these years ago, we had to give all our accounts. It must have took us 2 hours for that application to get through them. We was buzzing when we got accepted. You have to have a UEFA B. So I did my UEFA 2018. I did my UEFA B. If anyone's thinks I've only been here 2 minutes. So 2018 we did that. So we're all got everything in place to go forward. And then no one's bothered now. You can not turn up to games. You can have your cars break down on the way to wherever you go in Kent. It's just ridiculous. Then there don't seem to be any sanctions for it. You have to have your UEFA B to coach in this league. And half the people didn't have one, or probably still haven't got one. You've got to have that first aid course I had to do.
Yeah.
For that full day first aid course. Yeah. That cost us God knows how much. Yeah. You can't be in Tier 1 if you haven't got it. So we send it all. I'd love to know how many people have actually got that. So it's just ridiculous.
This is what I'm saying. I know you keep saying Tier 1. You need to make a real decision.
Well,
whether you actually want to do it, because you're going to be mourning a lot more than you are now.
We've got to. Yeah, it's up to the lads, isn't it? So second place could be all up for grabs in our league if we turn it down.
Yeah, if we turn it down, then it'll be York or Birmingham. I think they've got to play each other.
Yeah, they were supposed to play yesterday, but somebody caught. I don't know what happened again. That game got rearranged for the.
Don't know.
I don't know. Still, have we had the update on the cup game? Because it doesn't say on the website saying whether that cup game's void.
Well, again, mate, like I say,
because that cup date, we don't even know we're playing in the final, are we?
Just the full things for me is just all a farce. I just really, like I said, again, I know you want to play Tier 1, and the lads probably want to play Tier 1, but it's a bit. Do you really? Because it's going to be crap.
You're better in Tier 2's the better league. Not the better league because you don't get the. It'd be better if it was a North East South, but I don't think they're allowed to do that, are they? It'd be better North East South. You're not travelling as
North East South.
North League and a South League, then the North League, the South at the end for the Champions League playoff place that nobody's ever going to qualify in. So I'd rather them do that.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
But you're not allowed to do that, so I don't think that's happening. So we'll see. But I do like the structure of the North. The Tier 2 North, but the teams.
That's what I'm saying.
But the teams are crap. That's the only problem in it.
Yeah.
It'd be better if Bolton and Manchester dropped to Tier 2 and that you had a decent North League. That'd be the best one, but I don't see the benefits of travelling to Wessex because you can get them sort of teams up north. I don't know. But we've been down this road before. Now will happen. But we'll see what the lads want. I've got to have a chat with the lads and see what they want, whether they want to drive to these places, whether they don't, if they all want to do it, if they're up for it, if the commitment's there. We'll see. And if it is, then we'll have a chat about it and see if we want to do it. And if it's not...
If not, you'll be playing Birmingham next season, everyone.
Yeah.
Or York, if they can get over the line. What's the points difference?
4 points.
Oh, right, okay.
But York have got to play Birmingham and Birmingham got to play us, so they could drop 6 points.
Oh, wow.
Depends how it'd be funny, wouldn't it, if York beat Birmingham, we could go to Birmingham with me playing. So we could go with a weakened squad.
Well, we will be going with a weakened squad because Skelly's suspended and it's my birthday, so I won't be there.
No.
So it'll already be weak. So a couple of injuries on a Saturday, mate.
That might go in goal, yeah.
I mean, we've got enough keepers.
There's
no reason for you.
I could play the full keeper team, can I?
You can't play anyway. You'd not sound on.
I'll just play Dion and no one would know it. People call me Danny anyway. Well, half the kids do. So that's what we've got coming up. So we'll see. So second place could be vital, but I bet they're all regretting now, mate, letting us moaning. It does make me happy that when WLV moaned, York moaned that we had a reprieve and we've come in and just demolished the league.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, we did. I'll tell everyone the challenge now because I think we're nearly there, aren't we? So we challenged them at the beginning of the season to score 200 goals, and halfway through the season we decided that it was affecting the defence a little bit. So we put something in place to not concede as many goals. But that didn't work. Sadly,
that one hasn't worked, has it?
No, the defensive one, some games are on it, some games they're not. And that one hasn't quite worked. So I don't think we've got to pay out on that one. Sadly, I'm going to have to pay out. Probably going to cost me £200-300 this one, innit? To take them all out for a meal.
So basically, I think, what was yours? What was your target?
200 goals.
So mine was to concede on average less than 3
for the second half
for
of
the
the season.
second half of the season.
I think unless we nil
It
the
was,
next
it was
two
the
games.
8. It was the 8 last week.
Yeah.
So that's why I was so annoyed. Even though it's going to cost me £300
That's damn it.
on beer. I was going to pay for the drinks, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I paid for the
I was
food.
getting the food in.
But yeah, the lads can't even blame me for that.
No, they did it themselves. So I think they need 11 goals now in 2 games.
Well, Luke will probably get that. He's now on 50 for the league.
50 for the league.
In how many games was it?
15, because he missed a game.
Yeah.
Well, he's actually missed 2.
Missed 2, yeah.
He's actually he's down as 15, but he didn't play against Atletico.
So he just sat on the bench and he's Amis.
Yeah, so he's only played 14 and got 50, which is...
He's level now with Jordan Matthews. Jordan Matthews played 20.
And he's done it 6 games sooner.
And he'll probably... Well, he's going to score at least one, so he'll have to do a record, but it's whether he can get to like 60.
I've said to him yesterday, I want
He was average yesterday and still scored 5.
He was. I didn't think he was great yesterday. I don't think he's been great last 2 or 3 weeks, but then he scored, I don't know, what, 17 in 3 games?
Is that what it is?
Something like that. It's something ridiculous. Yeah, we've scored 51 in the last 3 games. And again, I know that the quality, we go on about it, the quality maybe isn't there, but we're doing something right. These footballers we're bringing in are far better than the futsal players people are bringing in.
Yeah.
Because they've learned how to score now.
Yeah.
Whether that goes up a level, don't know. It did last year, didn't it? We scored 7. We just couldn't defend last year.
Yeah, he scores. And,
I think the second half of the season we probably broke about level, didn't we? With the goals. If you take that Daft Manchester game out, we got trashed by.
Yeah.
If you take that out, it was probably about level, weren't we? Scored maybe 40, conceded 40. So it's not that bad. But yeah, we scored 70 odd last year, so we can score at that level. We've done it. Can we do it again? Don't know.
Don't know.
But we'll see. We shall see. We've got decisions to make.
Yeah, anything to finish on a less moaning mode about being champions, or are you happy to leave it there?
Nah, it's just a relief to get it done, isn't it? Because again, we come down and everyone will have thought it was big time. Oh, look at these go down, and I'm sure everyone deep down was hoping would fail. So it's.
But I think LDN are seeing that now, aren't they? I think everyone. Do you know what I mean? Everyone wants them to fail. Don't know why, but they do. It looks like Mavericks are going to take that.
Yeah.
I can't see Southampton putting in a massive effort against them next week. Southampton seem to like playing LDN. That's their cup final.
It's a shame because I'd like to see an LDN again. I said it last year. I'd like to have seen LDN in Tier 1. I think it'd be good for the sport.
Speaking to Jamie, I don't think he actually wants Tier 1. I think I don't think it'll do well for his videos.
No, because unless he gets a massive recruitment. I don't, not against his lads there, but I don't think his lads.
But he's more thinking of the opposition.
No, right.
The games will be crap because it'll be. I think when he's played in his videos, I don't think of.
No, because they are a bit negative. When he played him in that Tier 1, it was quite funny. We said this before, we've said it, but when he was laughing, he went, "So what? You good at futsal?" He was laughing at it like it's. Oh, no, yeah. And it is like, isn't it? It's futsal, it's crap. No one cares. It's all about football and all the baller league.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're not any good at that, then But who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. I'm glad we've got it done because we can have a couple of easy weeks now. Couple of weeks off. We've got a couple of games to round off the season, which then we can just take.
So we can have a bit of part in our last one. Remind me, I need to speak to Nicky, see if we can extend the booking for that last game. To make sure everyone gets there. We'll have a bit of get the balloons out and stuff.
So that should be good. We've got the cup final now again to maybe look forward to. Don't know the venue, don't know who we're playing, but we've got that to look forward to if they turn up. Again, don't know.
If I don't find out pretty quick, we might not even go to
I could happily bin that one, but whatever, you can have it. And then we've got maybe the Tier 2 final if they can sort themselves out with that. That Tier 2 looking like against Mavericks now.
Again, it's just all it's all painful. Don't know anything. No one's organising anything.
I'd rather it been.
No one wants to do anything. It's just.
I'd rather it been done and dusted for April and just gone. We're done now. We can shut down for a month or two. Me and you could have chilled out and got some other stuff on.
I want that Tier 2 national final. That's what I want.
But we'll have a go at that.
Which will be tough against Mavericks.
I'm hoping Mavericks come out and go. Do you know what?
No.
We'll go
flying City.
Don't do that.
They're the most futsal team. I say it all the time. I watch all their stuff.
Well, again, I will probably if we go 3-0 up against you and you're doing that to us, you're gonna get you will see the most boringest game on earth. With us tapping it on our own goal line between two of us.
Yeah.
So, but let's make it a right fan. Let's go out toe to toe.
I don't know how
and both have a go. Wouldn't that be great? And everyone's going, "This is Tier 2, lads. Look at that." Everyone loved the game.
No. It's not in their nature. It's not in their nature. I mean, you can't get teams to change the way they play for one game.
Oh, it's a shame, isn't it? It's a shame because it would be nice if we showed up all the Tier 1
what you think exciting futsal is not what everyone else thinks it is. So they think all other teams have got their own version of exciting, and it's not the same as yours. That's the problem.
It's not. The one I look at is if you just brought Granny grunting off the street and sat her down and went, "Watch that," and she watched our game, she might go, "Jesus, that was good." Just some random neutral, don't know anything about anything.
Yeah.
And then you sat her down to watch Hartpury versus Wessex and you went, "Watch that," and she's doing her knitting. Then you'd know what I know about people watching.
Yeah, but other people but if you look at a futsal enthusiast and come in and go, and they'll start seeing, "Oh, Hartpury doing this and they're in this shape and they're doing this and they've gone flying." Do you know what I mean? So it's just.
You know, I had the best comment ever. I can't remember who said it's on about the Spanish league, and someone said the Spanish teams look on our league like it's Sunday league. That it's the equivalent to their Sunday league.
Right.
That's what our Tier 1 is.
Oh wow.
And when you hear comments like that, you think that's where we are. We won't even be in their tiered system of. No. Where, I don't know how far down the Spanish leagues go, but we won't even be in the bottom feeder league.
Yeah.
And that's how crap we are. So, just this it makes me laugh when they're all going 4-0. We're just standing the line. Oh, that's 4-0, isn't it? Yeah, mate. That's brilliant. Yeah, it's excellent. Well done. Yeah. And then we run. We get the Ginger Linford on it, and he runs, and we just nice. Well, that's brilliant. But. That's where we're at, mate. That's where we're at. The Spanish obviously think it's a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
And what if I'm wrong?
Yeah.
But we'll keep proving them right, I'm sure. So yeah, please.
Anything positive then?
Anything positive?
About being champions, I think you might have said it already. But...
Not really. There's not a lot of positives to say. I think our team's been so good. We shouldn't have come down. In hindsight, we probably wasted the season, but we had to do it. It's helped us to learn a bit more about how to play. We've not got anywhere near where we want to be, but we're in a better position than we was at the end of last season.
Yeah.
But we're not where I want them to be.
No. So
we can come back with a bit more of an idea of how to play, how to defend, how to attack. The kids have seen it now.
Again, so I think last season it took us in the second half of the season to get it right. It might only take us 4 or 5 games to get up to speed. Hopefully they can do it in 1 or 2, but that's how I'm sort of seeing it.
Yeah, that's why.
Hopefully they can adapt a bit quicker to the.
I hope so. I just hope
because it is a different game in Tier 1 to Tier 2, and it is a completely different.
Yeah, they're all organised. they're not much better. The standard of play isn't much better, but they're just organised.
Yeah.
But it works. It works for what they needed to do, and it works. And it works for them, which is most important.
Yeah.
But yeah, in hindsight, should we have come down? Yeah, probably. If I could go back and do it again, yeah. But it's been disappointing that the level we've had to play at for a year has been a bit poor. No one's really tested us.
No.
But that ain't our fault, is it? We can only do what we can only beat what's in front of us. And we've done it well. We've done it with style. We've entertained. So that thing's been good.
Like I said, I think the big thing for me is we've done it, but it's all the off the court stuff, which is now ready to follow on into next season and beyond. That's all. That's
up and running. We've got some other stuff we won't quite talk about yet, but we've got some other stuff now up and coming out with that. We've had some more ideas about which we're trying, and hopefully when we come back in September, we've got.
Well, I'm just halfway through applying for the funding for it.
So we could enlighten teams about what we're doing then.